Ferns are confirmed 2 games against Mexico next month before they face the USA. What kind of test are you hoping Mexico present for the team?
Yeah, I think it caps off a really good tour for us, so really happy to sort of announce those games. Look, Mexico loves scoring goals. They've got a large proportion of their team play together in Mexico, so we know that they'll be well sort of connected in the way they like to play. And I guess what we'll be drawing on is the last time we met them in LA, where we won 1-0, and we'll be looking at ways that we can go and do that over in Mexico.
So 3 games in a short space of time in the next window. Does that give you more opportunity to look at a range of players for starting positions in the squad, or just kind of test out a wider squad?
Yeah, it does. Obviously 3 games in, very quickly, one after the other, is going to be a difficult challenge itself. Obviously going up to Mexico is the first game will be at altitude, so that's something we're going to have to factor in, and we don't have a lot of time on the grass before that first game. So yeah, getting the balance right in the squad. We've got a mixture of players in season and a lot in pre-season as well. So for me, it's just making sure we've got really good balance. We've got players that are ready to go and play three games in a short space of time, but also go and compete in these cities that we're going to go to.
And obviously it's not exactly like a World Cup situation, but obviously at a World Cup you'll be playing 3 games in a short space of time as well. Does this kind of format help prepare players for what they might face?
Yeah, it does. That tournament style is something I was looking for this window. I think with the time we've got, with the sort of the long-term vision of the World Cup, it's going to be a good test for us as a squad to see how we sort of learn quickly and how we prepare in these short windows. And we've also got qualifiers early next year as well, which is tournament format as well. So yeah, I think it's an opportunity to test the squad again where we're at, to see them in that sort of tournament style, figure out how our processes in terms of the way we can learn as quickly as possible, and then the main thing as well is players still competing for that shirt and yeah, having a lot of competition in the team to perform.
So it's been a few months since the last international games. How useful has this period been between games ahead of kind of planning for what will be a busy end to this year and then obviously a busy start to next year?
Yeah, first and foremost, I'm looking forward to touring again. I think the roadmap through to the back of the qualifiers next year is good to see. But it has allowed, I guess, myself and the team to kind of do some real strong work in the planning piece, so that we're lining everything up so it makes sense. The players understand what they're buying into in terms of our build, and yeah, look, I've spoken about before, but change a few things this year, and I want to continue building our way. So it's just let me have some time to really place that in what we want to attack in this next window. And yeah, before qualifiers, we've got a few things we want to line up and hit those really strongly in a strong position to perform.
So obviously you spent a little bit of time with the All Whites in the last international window as part of their group that when they faced Australia. How important is that kind of alignment between those 2 teams, and obviously both teams kind of learning from each other as well?
I think we're really lucky that we're in an environment where we can do that. The alignment piece between the 2 senior teams, I think, is really important for the organisation and our pathway. So yeah, it was firstly nice to be invited by Darren into his setting and see the team across the full tour and some of their systems. That's been part of the planning piece, is to kind of understand what we currently do and where there's opportunities to maybe do things a little bit differently. And then obviously with their squad, they're at the pointy end of their campaign, so obviously we're not quite there yet, but we will be in sort of 12 months. So just getting a little bit of an idea of what their priorities are and how they're working was really good to see. And I think as well, it's probably just assessing what the similarities are across the 2 teams, which was good to see. There's a lot of ways we're working and a lot of things we're trying to drive across the 2 senior teams that I hope falls down into our pathway and obviously sets up that next generation coming through for our All Whites and our Football Ferns.